people. Welcome back, fellow neighbors, to episode 3.
What is it? Oh, fuck. I don't know. Hold on.
We're bad at episodes.
It's, we have COVID brain. We were out for 2 weeks because I had COVID, so we took precaution, didn't meet up. But guess what? During those 2 weeks, we got a sweet, the most beautiful interview ever with the greatest person ever, up-and-coming entrepreneur, the owner and operator of Gloria's Coffee, Jenny Cantu. So stay tuned for that interview towards the end of the podcast. So how y'all doing, guys?
It's been good, man. I'm just happy to be back in the garage. I missed all of you.
Dude, it's been so long, and that's only just because fucking, we had the holidays. You had COVID. We had the holidays, Christmas, New Year's.
Yeah, because I recovered right before New Year's, but I mean, we stay safe, and also it's New Year's. Yeah. So finally, we're meeting up, and I'd been wanting to be with you all, shit the stick a little bit, but I've been wanting to share the interview.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, Fonz, you weren't a part of that interview because I think you had work that day, right?
No, Jenny. Unfortunately, I saw my risotto retail, so I didn't get to be in it. But
I saw my risotto retail.
I can't speak today.
So before we talk about what we're going to talk about today, I kind of want to mention the interview.
Wait, before I just want to give a quick shout out to our patrons who actually we got a new what's it called Hall of Fame tier subscriber.
Yes, sir.
Or Patreon. Welcome. Our homie Luis Puerta. Thank you, Luis.
Mr. Door.
I gotta give you a huge shout out, man. Luis Puerta. He met me at work, right? I've met him. I've sold him some T-shirts before and stuff. And then funny story is that I saw him at Sushi Madre one time, right? Uh-huh. And then I guess he didn't think I was gonna remember him. And then he went to the store the next day, and I was like, "What's up, Luis? You're at Sushi Madre?" And he's like, "Oh fuck, like you remember that?"
He's like, "Yo, you're fucking creepy, bro."
Let me tell you something.
It's because you're a local celebrity.
I'm a local celebrity.
Oh,
baby. And just keep in mind, to anybody out there, I never forget a face ever.
He always
never.
He always arrives first and comes last.
Yes, sir.
I would say he comes first.
What's it called? No, so yeah, shout out to all our loyal patrons. Miguel is still a patron. Let me put the thing up. Miguel is still a patron. Joseph and Eric and Richard, you guys are awesome Hall of Famers. So we're keeping you guys up here for as long as you guys keep subscribing to that level. Unfortunately, because as you can tell, Ed is not here with us today. Unfortunately, he was at work, so I'm the guy behind the computer again, and so. Ed has gotten really good at doing the whole live stream and stuff like that and setting that up for you guys. So this episode isn't recording live for our patrons, only for this one time. But they will be getting it early, and they will be getting the exclusive Gloria's Coffee interview separate, so that they can actually probably already watch that. I'll be uploading that first before I upload the podcast.
You know what I want to do?
What do you want to do?
Remember when you were a kid and it was like the last day of school and everybody would sign your T-shirt?
Yes.
Yeah. I want everybody who subscribed to our Patreon to sign a T-shirt.
Well, that's 6 people. Because we also have Natalie Michelle, who's actually our early bird subscriber. She's paying. Nice. She's subscribed to us for $5 a month. She's getting these episodes early.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to be able to get these episodes early and live, she also should be getting our episodes live. But unfortunately, this episode specifically is not live.
How sick would it be if we had of course, obviously post COVID and everything, right? If we had a big party with just everybody who listens to YNG.
Fuck. Definitely post COVID.
That would be a lot of Laredo people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we're celebrities. So I want to go back to that writing on the T-shirt thing. Yeah. I did that once in 3rd grade, and I'm a dumbass. I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. And I took a shirt that I liked.
Oh no,
that's not.
And then everyone wrote on my shirt after, and I got home, and I
did your mom beat the shit out of you?
I started crying.
Really?
Because I was really emotionally attached to that shirt, and I'm like, Pancho, you're a dumb fuck. I'm 8 years old.
Was it like a Zapata
no,
middle school?
Zapata Hawks? It was like a night watch. I think it probably was, dude. But
you liked it.
So, yeah, I really liked it, and I wanted to cry, and I put it in my dirty clothes hamper, and I'm like, oh my god. And that's led to a life of very bad decisions.
Yeah, we could tell. What's it called? So yeah, thank you to our patrons. If you guys want to sub to our Patreon, we'll have the link, available in the bottom of this YouTube video, and also available on our Twitter and all that stuff.
It's almost our 1-year anniversary as a podcast, right?
Going in, I think June.
We started in the summer. Yeah. But it is 2021 for our podcast.
Yeah, and I think that's crazy. I think the whole concept of making a podcast, it's always fun. Everyone wants to make a podcast, right? But the amount of commitment. and
Everyone
the
talks about making a podcast.
Yeah. And I know the joke is like you can't get straight men together because then they make a podcast. Because yes, that happens, right? Because that's what happened to us.
It just happens. I'm sorry. It's someone should study that because it's a phenomenon.
Where's the correlation, right?
You think in 2021 we need to add a gay guy?
Well, I don't know.
That'd be great
For diversity reasons, of course.
I think we're a dude broy podcast.
I mean, we got Ed. I'm kidding, Ed.
I love you, Ed.
I don't want to roast you in your absence. What's it called?
But,
no, dude, we got, well, we're doing good things with this podcast. I like to think so. I don't know.
We got called a dude broy.
We've been called dude bro.
Even though our audience member is like 78% female, so if we were dude broies, we're the worst dude bros of all time.
Let me actually do Ed's job, and
pull up the statistics,
some fact check.
But I think the whole concept is like, to anybody, my advice to who's making a podcast, the number one thing you need is consistency.
Right, which we're terrible at. Which is
no, we're good at it. I mean, we're
relatively good at it.
COVID said, "Fuck you all."
Yeah,
and
so if you anyone to any of our listeners who want to plan their own podcast, consistency and chemistry are the two important things that go into making a podcast. Because when you gotta be consistent, you gotta put out content. It's gonna be a little like fuck. I'm not getting views, I'm not getting listens, but it's all about being consistent.
That was us in the beginning, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
You had to be consistent. And
look real quick. Our gender. What's it called? Our gender distribution is 54% female, 44% male, 1% non-specified, and 1% non-binary. So nice. I didn't even know Spotify had that option.
Yeah, that's cool. They put all of them.
I don't know how Spotify reads this because I don't think you put your gender on when you make a Spotify account.
I think you do.
I think you do. Well, anyway, I guess we're dude broy.
Yeah. No, and then chemistry. If you don't have that chemistry, it's like playing a sport. You gotta have chemistry with the people you podcast with. You gotta make sure that you guys got like this fucking flow when you talk to each other. That it's just gonna sound great on audio. Yeah, I think I have good chemistry with Gus because I've worked with him for years, and me and Pancho we just hit it off in a different way.
Yeah, no, I've known Pancho since I was in fucking middle school, 6th, 7th grade. So we've had that chemistry going back and forth, and we can see eye to eye to a lot of things, but also we also differ on a lot of things. A lot of political opinions or stuff like that, which is good. It's healthy to have that conversation with a friend because it's coming from a good place. And with Fonz, I mean, I've worked with you for 5 years closely. Like
I'm so easy to talk to. Like
maybe we're gonna set our trend of people making podcasts with their friends.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I really
want that. What? Let's spend a couple G's on some audio equipment, so we won't start like these guys talking in a chopstick and do something.
Yeah, and we encourage that. If you want to start a podcast, if you want to message us, DM us, shit, I'll give you my phone number. You can text me. Yeah, and we can help you.
I feel like people should start making creative content without bashing others publicly.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And which is bad because our whole goal in making Your Neighbor's Garage is to start a content culture in Laredo.
Yeah.
And we've seen it where other people who are trying to make content or making content start bashing others, and that's very wrong.
Yeah, I mean, you want to uplift somebody else.
So going back to our interview with Jenny from Gloria's Coffee.
Yeah.
One of the questions we had asked her was, do you view the other coffee shops as competition?
Yeah.
And she said, no. Like we're in it together.
Yeah.
In introducing coffee, I guess creating a caffeine culture in Laredo.
That's cool.
Right. And that's where I'm like, shit, everyone
podcast
in
should be
Laredo
the same.
Yeah.
You get me? Like the thing is, you can listen to multiple podcasts. Podcasts don't have to be competitive.
There's no loyalty. You don't have to have loyalty to one,
Especially if it's different kinds of content too. Like, we have On the Streets of Laredo, he's doing like a crime podcast.
That new podcast, The Morning After.
The Morning After. They're doing a very party related.
It seem like now I realize how boring and non-alcoholic that I am.
Right?
I realize how much shit we actually don't do.
We gotta get on their level. Yeah. Like
they're a different kind of breed, which is badass. And all we want to do is promote content growth for Laredo. Like people should make whatever the fuck they want to make. Just don't bash on other people, for no fucking reason.
Yeah. And like I said, if you wanna, we're not unapproachable guys. We're not, I can't talk to that guy. You can message us.
Yeah, but if you diss us, it's on site.
Oh yeah. if you diss, I promise you this: I'm not a violent man. I'm not angry. But if you diss me, and if you don't keep that same energy, When we come face to face,
I'll eat this McChicken.
I'm gonna eat this McChicken, and it's on site. It's on site.
So going into the recent events, COVID, I came into Gus's house not knowing that I had COVID.
Badass, bro. Thanks for letting me know.
I didn't know that. The next day, I felt sick and I came out positive that same day. But luckily, none of us got sick.
Yeah, all of us got tested after that. Like,
Well,
I think literally the
I
day
had a
after.
coworker who got sick, so around the same time. So it was kind of like,
Yeah.
okay, like I'm getting tested for sure, making sure everything's okay. Like,
Oh, like a separate, not anyone like related to the pod.
no,
Oh,
of course,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
What's it called? But yeah, after you told us that you got positive, we were like, all right, well, we got to fucking test ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's surprising or not, but we all got negative. So like, I don't know. I don't know how
Bro,
close we have to be in order to actually
I
spread.
honestly don't know. I don't want to act like I'm an expert, bro. We've dodged the bullet so many times.
Yeah.
We have, and
I've dodged a couple bullets.
I'm surprised I got it this far because in my job, it's high risk and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I'm like, damn, I can't believe I barely got it. And then that's weird. I got it while wearing N95. I was double masked and stuff like that. Like I'm really surprised how I got it. I don't know. It freaks me out.
It's because that's the thing. Whether you're partying, whether you're going to HEB, whether you're staying at home, whether you saw your aunt once, it can get you anywhere.
Yeah, bro.
It
Most people
can
are
get
getting
you
it
anywhere.
Most people are getting it at home because someone will get it sick at work or when they're out, and then they'll come home, and that's where most spread happens. But
So,
oh well.
But I'm glad you're better. I'm glad your family's doing better. Also, because you're in even closer proximity with them. I don't wish COVID upon anyone. I hope everybody's getting their vaccines soon.
Yeah, I mean,
I think we're running out of vaccines, like in Laredo,
I don't
those
think
long ass
so.
lines.
Oh no, I don't think it's that. It's not that they're running out of vaccines. It's that the lines are just so fucking long.
Yeah.
And the city made a very poor decision in just saying everyone just come along, and they didn't tell people that they only had like a certain amount of vaccines.
Oh, okay.
So many people from TAMU all the way to like Saunders. Bro.
I saw the line, dude. I saw pictures
and it was
online.
insane, and they didn't have that much. So I don't know. Poor planning on the city's part.
You know what I think
guess.
is funny though is I hate those people that are like, I'm not gonna take the fucking vaccine. I don't know what's in it, but then they do coke.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, the vaccine will turn you into a lizard.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, bro. My buddy.
Wait, do I get night vision with
who
that?
I can't name. She's a lizard.
Oh, fuck. Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. So I mean, I want to take the vaccine. I can't because I already have the antibodies. And
Did politicians already get the vaccine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did they get that first?
Yes.
I would assume that they
Yes.
will get it first.
So that kind of makes me confident in the vaccine because if these people are willing to get it first, then I'm like, okay.
You know when it really hits me is when it starts affecting sports. Like if I know NFL and NBA players are getting it, I'm like, okay, I should get it. Like I should be okay.
Right, because they're athletes. Like,
And someone's saying
they got doctors.
and
Yeah.
I know
Unbiased
the NBA,
doctors.
Adam Silver, and I think Roger Goodell too was like, oh, we're not going to skip the line. Like, we'll wait our turn. I'm like, no, we need you all to get it first.
You motherfuckers skip that fucking line. Get up there.
I was
gonna
going to
say-
say get it first. Like, I want the Super Bowl to happen the day it's supposed to happen. I want.
When is it? February or something, right?
It's like the first week of February, the first Sunday of February.
I don't know,
thing
but
is-
Jerry
the
Jones
thing
better
is,
have
like,
it.
I don't want Patrick Mahomes. The thing is, Chiefs make it to the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes suddenly gets COVID. It's like, bro, like that's
The narrative.
the whole reason that
Yeah.
we had this season was to see Patrick Mahomes like kill everybody. You get me? That's why I'm okay with them skipping the line.
Yeah, I fucking love Patrick Mahomes. Like,
No, you don't.
That guy put steak on his ketchup, bro.
Oh, have you heard Patrick Mahomes' voice?
Yeah, he sounds like
Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog
Yeah.
with Cookie
He
Monster.
talks like, hey, what's up, guys? This is Patrick Mahomes.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Patrick Mahomes. I'm quarterback for the Washington.
Cookie Monster met Kermit the Frog met I don't know.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy to me is that when I see pro
such a
athletes,
nice guy, too.
and like all the NFL players that are getting drafted this year are 22. 22 to 25.
bro, I'm older than the incoming NFL class, and that makes me feel weird.
that makes me feel weird.
I met Miles. Me and Miles Garrett are the same age.
Yeah.
Miles Garrett is a defensive end for the Cleveland Browns. Was a defensive end for Texas A&M. He didn't graduate.
You have a picture with him.
Yeah, I have a picture. Okay, so I met him the week after he got drafted.
Nice.
No way.
Yeah.
At
And
the
we're
water fountain? Huh? On the quad?
No,
at A&M?
At the rec. At the rec.
Oh, at the rec?
Yeah, and
Did
he
you
was
spot him?
And he was lifting, and that was a week after he had gotten drafted. The only reason why I went to to the gym that day was because the Spurs were playing the Rockets and the Spurs were getting creamed, and I was mad.
Fuck.
I'll go to the rec and I make Myles Garrett, and we're the same age, right? And I took a picture with him, and I'm like, fuck, bro, like this guy's my age, and his bicep is the size of my fucking head. That's crazy, bro.
I just think of it like this person is the same age as me and they're vastly more successful.
Yeah.
Like,
no, well, you shouldn't see it as a success thing. Like, I guess putting yourself down. I don't know. I feel like it's cool that I'm now rooting for people that are younger than me.
oh, that's
Because
true.
growing up, I would look at these college players
old.
and that were older than me.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at these younger players that are younger than me, and sometimes I look at them like, bro, you're not 20.
Yeah.
You look like you're 30. But I'm rooting for
You
these,
at least 30.
I'm rooting for these guys younger than me. It makes me feel old.
Yeah. I think we're all gonna hit that age, you know, where you're like, fuck, like these 19-year-old kids are like the superstars now.
Like I'm
you know?
gonna wear a jersey of someone that's younger than me.
Yeah.
one day.
That's a weird. I think that's a weird moment in every sports fan's life.
You know what I'm looking forward to, but at the same time, kind of feeling kind of weird about. It's inside of soccer. It's who's gonna be the next Messi and Ronaldo? Like, who are the next two champions of the sport?
because they're so good.
That's the thing. They're fucking great at their sport. Like they're so up there. Who's gonna succeed them? You know, because they you know what's it called? Ronaldo and Messi succeeded someone else.
The thing is, they came in at the same time. Like, you got once in a lifetime players at the same time
Against each other. Like,
'Cause you
there's
got,
nothing
like,
more poetic
you
than
got,
that.
like, you got Pele, who is by himself the GOAT, but then you got two other people who are
Maradona.
considered the
Yeah.
GOAT, which
Yeah.
is no, I mean Maradona is one of the GOATs, but
Yeah.
I meant like Messi
Rest in
and
peace.
Ronaldo
Like
are
in the same league.
in the conversation for the GOAT, not being one of the GOATs, but for the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
And you don't see that happening. It's like if LeBron James and Michael Jordan were playing at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Dude, not even
Ronaldo
that.
and
In the
Messi.
same league, bro. They're playing in the same league.
Yeah.
They play against each other every year.
Oh, they used to, yeah, that's true in Spain.
Like, but when they were in Spain.
Not
Yeah.
anymore.
Not
yeah.
anymore. I just can't wait till they come to the MLS, you know, once their career dies.
And Messi says he's gonna come to the MLS.
Is he really?
Towards the end of his career.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, I hope he
like,
comes.
hinted at it.
I hope he comes to the San Antonio Scorpions.
Nobody.
The Scorpions don't even exist.
Bro, they'll get there. Once Messi fucking
the
decides to
Scorpions
retire,
don't even
they'll
like
get there.
exist anymore. It's
Oh, no
San
way?
Antonio FC, and they're part of the USPL. Yeah, they're not MLS. But Austin has a new MLS team.
Oh, really?
Austin FC. Yeah.
I just want to see an MLS game in Texas that isn't the Dynamo or that isn't Houston
Austin
Dallas.
FC.
Well, I didn't know they had one until
Yeah,
now.
it's gonna be their inaugural season.
Oh, badass.
Yeah.
So speaking of the future, I think 2021 is going to be, or what do you guys, in your opinions, what do you want 2021 to be for y'all?
Whew, I don't know. It's because every year is different. I mean, I didn't expect 2020 to be the year that it was.
Yeah.
But I think
No one did.
No.
Actually, I have a tweet that I tweeted at January 2020 saying like, oh, I wonder if people in the 1920s thought like the Great Depression was gonna hit or something like that. Like,
Okay.
let me look
Some
it up. 'Cause-
foreshadowing.
So let me
Yeah,
tell you
yeah,
let me tell you something. You know, like the Spanish flu hit during like 1919, 1918,
Uh-huh.
and then apparently, you know, the Roaring Twenties happened.
Yeah.
that was basically their reaction to how life sucked for those 2 years.
So what you're
So
saying is,
what might happen is that this decade, the 20s, might be
A repeat.
like amazing, like lit, like
dude, that excites me.
a
What's it-
decade to come.
That
And
really-
that's what makes it positive. I know right now we're going through a time of, you know, political chaos and stuff like that.
people are
Like,
storming the Capitol.
People are storming the Capitol as we speak. These white guys, bro,
Fucking dumbasses.
And you know, I hate to go there, but if they look, they and we're more like conflicted, but they were fawns a little darker, they would be treated a little worse.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah.
dude, someone was saying that when they were saying, well, hold on, let me read my tweet about 2020. I tweeted this out back in January 20th, January 1st, 2020. I was like, I wonder if motherfuckers in the 1920s were like, this is our decade, and then the Great Depression hit.
Oh, no.
You know?
This is our decade.
So
The first
so
year-
like, and then I foreshadowed the fucking worst
the
year.
the first year of the decade sucked, but we still got 9 to go.
Yeah, we still got 9.
No, but it's weird. Like with that Capitol thing, I think it's so funny because like these weird white guys are doing it, and they're not really doing anything to stop them. But Trump had like all these federal people like spraying tear gas at protesters just so you can take a picture at a church.
Yeah,
that is so crazy.
It's fucking bizarre, dude.
Yeah.
It's really fucking bizarre.
Politics aside, right? Politics aside, if I was to break into the Capitol, I noticed a picture of a guy sitting on the desk, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
Nancy Pelosi's desk.
but if I was to break into the Capitol and sit on the desk like that and take a picture, that's gonna be the hardest picture on Instagram
Bro,
ever.
that's a flag.
Bro, you'd break the internet.
Bro,
I would
you know
break the
how you
internet.
can get Laredo girls easily? If you're one of the protesters, go to Henry Cuellar's office.
Oh, dude, go to Henry Cuellar's office.
Fucking smash a shit. Or I'm not saying you should, but if you were to do that,
I'm just saying,
I'm saying, like, take a piss like on his desk, or like get in, like go like that, put your legs on top, and be like, I'm your congressman now. Dude, imagine, you know, a lot of these girls and a lot of these people hate Henry Cuellar. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Fonz, I'd vote you into Congress,
Dude, I would be so good at Congress because
dude, I'm so good at government. Like,
okay, because I
I
would
can
solve
pass bills all the time.
every problem I would have. I'd be like, okay, cool, let's fight about it. Let's go fight. me in the restroom.
Actually, I think it was in the 1800s. There was this guy that got fucking beat up. I forgot the whole story to it, but there was this guy speaking, and another guy. I think it was like when they were debating slavery or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
And this other guy went and he fucking beat the fuck out of another congressman. Yeah.
Have you seen that meme that's like, if you don't like me, then kill me? That's a very
fucking. I think Jefferson would duel people.
Yeah,
like in during his presidency.
Why don't motherfuckers do that shit no more? Like, you don't agree with somebody, let's fucking fight.
I don't think it was
Was it Jefferson?
Thomas Jefferson was never president. I think.
Oh no. Oh, I'm thinking about fucking the guy on the $20 bill.
I think you're talking about Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson. He would duel
Oh,
people.
Thomas Jefferson was the third president. My bad.
Yeah, like, fuck debating people. I'm not debating nobody in 2021. You got a problem with me? Let's fucking fight.
Fonz, buy me a sword.
I'm down, yeah.
I want a katana. Like, dude, okay. So I've been watching The Walking Dead, and and I honestly think that a sword is the most useful and most efficient and most effective zombie killing tool that you can have.
Other than a gun, right?
I mean,
No. On top of a gun.
I stabbed my
If
hand
you
over the week.
abide by The Walking Dead's rules of the universe, like, you know, that you know, loud noises trigger more to come and stuff like that. So a sword never runs out of ammo. And you can take them on one by one as they come. Apparently, as I'm in season 4, there's no runners yet. They're not really fucking chasing you like in fucking Call of Duty.
How they do it?
So they're pretty slow walkers. So you can just kind of take them on one by one with a sword, just chop their heads off, like chill, calmao.
Yeah.
You know, do a calmao.
I think 2021, man, 2020 has obviously had its huge ups and downs, and I'm grateful for what I have been able to accomplish, and I think 2021 is just the year where I'm like, fuck it, man, like, prove everybody wrong, but make everyone proud.
I feel you're gonna see so many people kiss in public because now whenever everyone get the vaccine, everyone's gonna be like, so.
Dude,
or grinding on each other TKO, and well, I can already see it.
Dude, no, I can't even imagine being at a club again and being like, fuck, like, there's no mask.
The first day back, it's funny because during COVID, when the first round of lockdowns hit, that week or the week before, Bad Bunny released his album.
Oh yeah.
And technically, his album was only alive to see like one weekend
of clubs.
Of clubs. And, when we only thought it was going to be 15 days, we thought, okay, once we're out, we're going to blast Bad Bunny's album. So I feel like Bad Bunny's album never got, its credit.
Oh, yeah.
Or it never lived up to its hype in the club.
Yeah,
no,
because of COVID. Because that
it's been a lost relic.
You know what I want to hear in the club 2021?
In the club?
No, well, in the club. I want to hear him play some Kali Uchis in the club.
Oh, do you? We all know you don't like Kali Uchis.
I love Kali Uchis.
We all know that you just forged your fucking Spotify's top 20 or whatever the fuck.
Someone might buy a car.
Oh, yeah.
Someone already did that doesn't know how to park it.
I parked it well.
Oh, you fucking suck.
What? I parked that shit. I got the rear view camera.
It's like 2 feet into the street.
Well, I don't want to hit the new rims, dude. I'm scared. Yeah.
Hey, Gus, tell him what you bought, Gus.
No, I don't want to do. Fuck. Oh, I don't want to.
Gus is actually Bumblebee.
Okay. I bought a 2021 Camaro.
Nice.
I bought a white 2121 Camaro.
I'm proud of you.
No, we're proud of you. I want people to know that take this car not as a sign of like bragging, but as a sign of accomplishment.
Thank you.
That's what I did with my 2019 Cherokee.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, thanks guys. It feels good. It feels good to be out another $150 a month. But no, dude, I mean, when I bought it, my sister was buying her car for her birthday. She got a new car as well. What's it called? And I was just, out of the blue, I was like, oh, fuck it, let me trade in my Ford Focus. And if it's around the same price of what I was already paying, then why not,
And it was?
It was $150 more, but I'm refinancing after 10 months, so it'll be maybe $50 more.
Oh, shit.
So
Nice.
really, pretty much I'm out the same thing,
So if you see Gus on the loop, just race him.
Yeah.
Don't know. I'm not. Dude, actually, I found out it's a V4 2-liter turbo, though.
Oh, it's got a turbo.
It's got turbo in it.
Okay, so don't tell other Camaro owners that you have a
Yeah, I know.
V4 cylinder.
Ever, yeah.
Do not, because they're gonna be like,
I know. I'm a pussy for getting a V4. I
No,
realize
no,
that.
hey, you're okay. So you
No, I'm
got
gas
swag,
efficient.
but you are environmentally conscious.
I am. I love the environment.
When it comes to no one other than people that are super anal about cars is gonna be like, you bought an inline four. Like no one's gonna be like, what the fuck,
Bro,
Yeah.
people who don't know cars.
Camaro's a
Bro.
Camaro.
Camaro's a Camaro.
Yeah.
Sweet. Cool. Well,
If I pull up in a Ferrari right now, I'm like, oh, it's only got a V6. You ain't gonna tell me nothing. It's still a Ferrari. Like,
Yeah.
True. That's true. But you're also getting a new car right now,
that's
right?
true. I'm gonna be an owner of a second car. I think back to the days when I didn't have a car. Let me tell you all a story, man. I used to go to work and I used to go to school riding the fucking metro. Okay, and this was not that long ago.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I would go to LC, take the bus from it was bus 14 or bus 12.
They're on Clark.
They're on Clark. Take the bus, go downtown. From there, take the one to LC. Finish my classes, get out, go back downtown, and then go home on the bus. And then, or I have to take the other bus and go to work. And there's nothing as embarrassing because the bus that the metro would drop you off at the mall. It doesn't drop you off around the corner. It drops you off
At
right
Logan's, right?
right in front of Logan's. So all the baddies that work at Logan's would see my sweaty ass get off the fucking bus, right?
Ooh, the Logan
Walk-
baddies.
walk across the parking lot and then walk in through Macy's Home Goods, right? So I think about that every time I drive, right? That there was points where I didn't have a car and I would ride the bus. Now I'm about to own a second car.
There was points where I used to ask my friends. There was a point where I would go on dates with girls in high school. They were driving.
Dude, there was a point.
I
there
didn't
was
have
a
my car- I
point.
didn't have my car until I was a senior in high school. I bought that with scholarship money.
Dude, there was a point where my mom was taking me on dates with my date in the car.
Damn.
Yeah, like my mom drove us, me and my date. She was in the back seat. I didn't know what to do.
And I didn't know it's 2020 driving your,
So-
driving people in your Camaro.
Yeah. So that's why I think it's so crazy. That now I'm about to own a second car. I'm like, man, like I'll never have to go back to that, And not to say if you take the bus, there's nothing wrong with that, But just know that when you finally get past that point and you're able to drive your own car, you just appreciate just that much more.
Like
yeah.
you feel like I'll give all my friends rides, dude.
Yeah.
Like you feel badass.
yeah. Yeah. You just appreciate it that much more.
Hey, so what did y'all do for Christmas?
Oh,
I didn't do anything. I straight up just watched movies. What did we watch? We watched this movie called The Professor and the Madman. That one's really good. It's about they were putting together a dictionary, like the first Oxford dictionary. They were writing it, and it was like some mentally deranged guy in an asylum. He helped write like most of it.
it's like the Book of Eli.
Yeah.
What's the Book of Eli?
It's with Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
like
I love
blind.
Den-
He's
I
blind,
love
right, or
Denzel.
some shit?
He's
Yeah.
blind and he remembers. It's this point where they don't have the Bible anymore in the future, right? In the future.
In the future.
And Denzel Washington, for some reason, is the only vato that can remember the whole Bible. So everyone's trying to kill him.
Shit. Sounds like I'm not gonna say it.
Let me ask you. let me ask you about Joe. Since you have kids, is it like Christmas a little bit more special for you? Like, do you feel like you gotta put a little bit more effort?
I guess now because I was older before I started having kids, and like I was like, oh, it's just Christmas.
Yeah.
I mean, you get to spend time with your family and stuff like that. But this one was weird because last Christmas, Noah had gotten really sick. Like he had colic or something. Like his throat was bad. So we spent it at Driscoll in Corpus Christi.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. He ended up being fine. Then it was just a precautionary thing. They had even told us like, we don't even know why they brought you all over here, but it's because he's a kid and they took him to Children's Hospital, right?
Yeah.
That was cool because it was a weird holiday. I ended up buying like IHOP burgers because IHOP and Denny's were the only place open on Christmas Eve night,
Yeah.
right? Don't buy burgers from IHOP.
Never. No.
What wasn't it gonna be the International House of Burgers at one point?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah, fuck that. So-
That flopped
yeah,
hard.
that flopped bad. Anyway, so and that morning we spent it at the hospital. They had given Noah so many presents,
Aw.
Driscoll, which is cool. They gave him a big white remote Jeep.
Oh,
That's
nice.
cool. And this year, obviously, I spent in quarantine because I got sick week before. And Christmas, I guess my grandpa, he dressed up as Santa Claus.
Oh, that's
and
sweet.
said hi to Noah, like delivered gifts like through the window.
Yeah.
Right? So that was cool. It's cool because I get to see like my kids opening gifts. I never thought it to the point where I was happy to see other kids opening gifts, which is cool.
Yeah.
Especially like it felt cool because I guess we, in a world where we're so negative right now, I had to look at something positive, which was that, right? I mean, it was a cool week with COVID because I was just lucky that every day was sports, bro.
Yeah.
The first week, football games every day, right? So that was cool. Christmas. On Christmas though, I was opening gifts for Noah, and I stabbed my hand.
Oh, I saw that.
no.
Yeah, I saw that. You
even
sent
like, hey, if you all ever like cut something with a knife, try your best to use the knife as a last resort. Me, because I use knives all the time. I
right.
don't think anything of it. Like, and you're always supposed to point down. Always, never point up, right? And I pointed down everything, but the thing is, it just slipped, and it was a zip tie, and it went straight into my hand.
It's so weird when you cut yourself with a knife, right? Because you
I've
physically see your skin open.
I've
dude.
sliced, like I've sliced before, like
Right.
like the bottom, but this actually like the.
Oh, you
the
stabbed.
I stabbed myself. I didn't slice myself.
Yeah.
Oh,
I stabbed myself.
how was that? Like, how was the wound? Like when you were looking
It
at
opened, like it looked like floppy, but like I put pressure and stuff like that. And then
Yeah.
Noah was trying to touch the knife, and I was like, motherfucker. And I was so worried about like getting the knife from Noah.
Yeah, so now you're
And
like-
I'm like this, and I like closed the knife and stuff like that. And Kat just here, I knew it, and like she knew. And I caught the ambulance because I was like, hey, should I get stitches? And they were like, whatever, you stopped the bleeding, but. I mean, it still sucked.
Did you get
I mean,
stitches?
it's already kind of fully. No, I ended up not getting stitches. It
Oh,
would have healed
badass.
faster, but like it's already healing.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't fuck with knives. Like, like it's weird because use scissors like for everything.
Box
but because
cutter.
I'm just so
box cutters?
but because I'm so used to knives.
Just don't get on an airplane with a box cutter.
But now I've always thought because that knife was given by the military,
Yeah.
and now I know like okay, this knife is fucking good because it was the softest little thing,
it was military issue.
but it went fucking straight into my hand, and I'm like fuck.
What did you do for Christmas, Fonz?
I honestly just spent it with my family. It's just me and my immediate family all together in my household. So it was cool. I got my sister some Crocs and
I feel like most people had that kind of Christmas.
yeah. I got my brother some shit. I got him games, and my parents I got them cool shit. So it was cool. I think the weirdest thing about as you get older is that when you start working, is you realize that you have to buy your parents and your siblings gifts now.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
like parents are hard as fuck to shop for. Like what
My
the
mom-
fuck do they
my
like?
mom's not
Like
really like a huge Christmas person.
yeah.
Never been like a whole like
Yeah.
gifts for her, whatever. But now I feel like because I have money to give to her, I feel like I'm obligated to now.
Yeah.
I felt the same way this year. I never bought my parents or my family gifts until I'd say maybe like 2 years ago, like two Christmases ago. This year I got them all last minute, and it was funny because I got my sister's birthday's the day after Christmas, so I bought her multiple things for her, and but I put them all. I had bought in a record player maybe like in November or something for myself. But I put all of her gifts in the record player box. And then when she opened it, she was all like, oh my God, fuck yeah, I got a record player. And then the whole time I'm just like, oh, no.
you're about to be so disappointed.
You didn't get a record player. I'm so sorry. I'll get you one next year. But
I think
it was
that's
funny.
the coolest thing too is that like I can't wait to have kids, right? And so I'm able to like give my kids like all these badass
Yeah,
gifts.
it's cool because Noah like finally comprehends the point of Santa Claus. He was like, Santa got me presents, and you're like,
oh
There it is.
so cute. Yeah. And I feel like next year what you should do, Fonz. I think COVID will be gone
By Christmas time next year, I
Yeah.
think we should all
back to
that's
normal.
definitive
Yeah.
back to
Willing.
normal.
Yeah, right. Probably by March and April, right? So anyway,
That's optimistic,
What you should
but
do
yeah.
is sell yourself for services as like the boyfriend.
Oh,
Girls are looking for guys. You should sell yourself and give offerings, right? And I've always thought like what I had to offer, right? I feel
thick thighs.
I feel like I can make a good guy. Like if you need for me to change my political views, I'll do. Like I can play a conservative, I can play a liberal for your dad and stuff like that. Like it'll be cool. Like I'll hate Trump for your mom and dad, or I'll be like, oh yeah, fuck
Fucking fake, bro.
the election was so rigged.
It's like you're describing my life right now, dude.
No, it's like that scene in Goodfellas, right? Where what's his name?
Which one?
Ray Liotta and his girlfriend. They go to meet her mom.
Oh, and he hides that he's
wearing
half
a gold
he's
cross.
half Jew.
Yeah, he's wearing a gold cross, and she's like, "Hide your cross. My mom's Jewish."
Yeah.
And then she opens the door, and she's like, "My daughter says you're half Jewish." And he goes, "Only the good kind."
Yeah,
only the good half.
Only the good half.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's cool. Like you should put yourself out services. Like hey, or $20, I'll go.
The
Another
silver
50.
package.
it's like that
and
movie
it's
Holiday, bro.
An Instagram picture. and
Dude,
stuff
I
like
did that for Thanksgiving. I made like the fake one, bro, and I got so many responses of like people thought it was funny, but I was like, I'm serious.
It was all of us roasting you.
I feel like there's some people, especially you only see like your extended family once, twice a year. So you kind of feel like you have to.
There's got to be a
impress them,
market.
and you're in a certain age where they start asking like, ¿Y el novio?
Yeah.
I mean, especially like your grandparents, because you might not see them for a long time, right? So they want to like, hey, I want to see my granddaughter or my grandson getting married, right? So I feel some people are like, fuck,
there's definitely got to be some sort of a market out there for that.
There's a market out there
for sure.
Especially in the Hispanic markets.
Is that escorting?
No, that's not escorting. That's just a date, basically a paid date.
Yeah.
I pay you to go on a date with someone.
Yeah, so ladies, if you need to, hit me in the DMs.
Just say act interesting, act like we're dating, whatever. And once this is over,
boom.
And you know what? You know what you should do whenever they hire you to be their date.
What?
At the family table, actually
propose.
Don't propose. Don't propose.
No.
Just tell the dad like, hey, like, you know what would be really badass in this living room? Some fucking audio world.
Oh, baby. What is going on, guys? This is another ad for our beautiful and great sponsor, Audio World, which you can hit up at audioworld.tx on Instagram or Audio World on Facebook. Right now, they got a special going on for if you got a TV, someone gifted you a new fucking 4K LG TV. How do you say it?
LG TV or HD TV.
Hit up Audio World.
You fucking idiot.
Hit up Audio World, they'll get it mounted.
we're a pro LGBT podcast. Yes, Fonz, we are.
What is that? Oh, is it
Audio World.
You should have told me. I would have played the Wii theme song over here.
I'm sorry, I fucked up that ad, you guys.
I didn't even play the fucking music,
Yeah,
but whatever. Fucking. Right.
So,
all right. Well, go for it.
Going
Fon.
into
Go for
it,
it.
we're gonna end the podcast with an interview. So we interviewed Jenny Cantu, who is the owner and operator of Gloria's Coffee.
Woo.
When we interviewed her, we did a
Virtual
interview through Zoom. So
Yeah.
it's been 2 weeks since then because we interviewed right when I got COVID, right?
Yeah.
So this girl is really interesting. This was supposed to be like a 10-minute interview.
Yeah.
Ended up going 30 minutes. She's a very interesting person.
Really good coffee and
very good
lemonades.
coffee. Yes, because she gave us on our front door. She dropped off some samples.
Yeah.
And
They were delicious, dude. That
that's
lemonade's so
amazing.
good.
So the pitaya lemonade's really good. The cold brews are good, especially like if you know me, I hate milk and sugar.
Right.
I'm anti milk and sugar.
Yeah, we had
on
an
my
episode where you
coffee.
said that like you like only black coffee or like
Yeah, but then I told Jenny, it's like, damn, I might join y'all's club because
you've been turned.
I've been turned because their coffee's really good. So listen to the interview, and I don't know what to say.
I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll end it, because the interview's gonna end. So we'll end it with our socials right here. Hopefully you keep watching for the interview because it actually is really interesting and it's cool to find out, see like a little bit of the
and if you know
small business side of Laredo.
Any like local entrepreneurs or content creators,
Send us our
recommend them to us, and we'll try to interview them.
Yeah.
And give more exposure because I feel like someone like Jenny, she had gotten a $5,000 grant.
Yeah.
To extend her business.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So.
She's doing great stuff.
She's doing
Hopefully,
amazing
I
stuff,
think
man.
she wants to get into a truck or like a trailer kind of thing. So hopefully, that helps her out with her sales and stuff. Right now, she's almost like it's a solo operation for her almost. But I think her friends help her out a little bit.
Yeah.
But you'll hear that all in the interview.
Once you listen to the interview, the amount of respect you have for her is gonna skyrocket, and you're gonna want to buy some coffee. So here it is, our interview with Jenny Cantu from Gloria's Coffee.
And we'll see you next week. Your neighbor's garage every week.
Yes. Good enough.
Get y'all's vaccine so we won't have to.
We'll have to
2
keep
weeks off.
testing stuff. Yeah.
Let's collab. Other podcasts. Let's collab. Let's talk, baby.
All right. I'm gonna fade us
Your
out.
neighbors G on Twitter, Grudge Study Co on Instagram. Bye. And on Facebook.
So I guess you want to go. We'll introduce it like if we transition into the interview, Gus.
Yeah, it's just be, well, I guess we'll be like, oh, that's hilarious, Fonz. You're a piece of shit. Welcome. What's it called? No, I mean we're recording, but since it is a video, I could edit it or whenever we want, right? So
Okay.
we're quote unquote live.
Live.
Yeah, live.
Okay, so yeah. Wait. So is it Jenny or Jennifer?
My full name is Jennifer, but I go by Jenny because I don't really like that full name.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So then we'll start in 3, 2, 1. Okay, fellow neighbors. Well, we have an interview with the locally famous Jenny Cantu. She's the owner and operator of Gloria's Coffee. Jenny, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, it's great. This is kind of our first Zoom call podcast thing that we've been doing. Unfortunately, Pancho's been struck by COVID, so we're all kind of separate right now, and we're all awaiting results. I still haven't gotten mine. Fawn's got his, but he's not available for today. So you're just gonna have to be looking at our mustached faces right now.
Yeah.
That's totally fine.
So
Awesome. Go ahead.
Jenny,
Start us off, Pancho.
welcome. So who are you? You know, we just know you as the owner and operator of Gloria's Coffee, but we want to get to know who you are. So please explain to us, who's Jenny Cantu?
I am, I don't know, like I usually go as I identify as a Latina woman. So that's who I am. I was born and raised here in Laredo. My family's from across though. I'm from Nuevo Laredo. So a lot of my culture is based off of Nuevo Laredo.
Do you visit your family across a lot or no?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Even despite like the violence and stuff like that that's been going on? Has that ever affected your ability to cross? Oh no, we're lagging.
I'm gonna open it. Yeah, and it's really good. Keep going. Keep
That's
going.
good.
Oh, sorry. Did it lag? It lagged on me.
Yeah, like on your part, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but keep going, Jenny. Keep going.
I mean, it never really stopped me from crossing though. I mean, I guess it was bad around 2010 specifically, when I was in high school.
Right.
But even then, we still go a lot.
Oh,
A lot.
You're like, "That's too much."
Honestly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What
I
high
mean,
school did you
apart
graduate
from
from? I'm sorry.
United High School. Class
Oh,
of 2012.
nice. 2012. Nice. I'm class of 14.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Are we all United grads?
No,
but
I went to United South.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to United South. But yeah, so when did you start getting into being a barista? There had to be some type of start there. You can't just start up a company like, oh, I'm gonna make a good coffee. I had to start somewhere.
Never made coffee
Definitely.
before in your life, right?
Just starting this out of random. Honestly, people do that shit, but not me. Okay, if I cuss.
No, yeah,
Okay.
100%.
Okay, cool.
We encourage it.
Yeah.
Good, because I'm that way.
Awesome.
So I remember, I vividly remember when Laredo opened their first Starbucks over there at Del Mar.
Okay.
And I remember thinking, being a barista was, so cool. Oh, my God, I want to do that. And so I applied, and I never got a call back. I applied, 3 times. Never got a call back.
No way.
So anyway, yeah.
Okay.
So
What year was
I
this?
feel like it's... I don't remember.
You didn't call back, so you're like, fuck it, I'm making my own coffee company.
Yeah, I'm making my own coffee.
I think I applied around 2011 when I was still in high school. Didn't get a call back. 2013, I reapplied. And I didn't get a call back, clearly. So then 2013 was the year I moved. I transferred from TAMU to A&M in Corpus Christi.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where I went to school. And
Islanders?
literally, we're on an island. And so there's a little bridge that you have to cross in order to get to school. So when you go back to the city, maybe 2 streets away is a coffee shop. It's a locally owned coffee shop. And so I used to go there to study. And I remember seeing a post of theirs where it was now hiring. And I was finally, let's
Nice.
try it out, see if
This
they
is
call
the
me.
shot right here.
This is my fucking shot.
Mhm.
And so I applied, and the manager seemed like a Mexican. Like, corporate is full of white people,
Right.
like a lot, which you
Okay.
would think it would be the opposite because it's like I think of Selena when I think of Corpus Christi.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was
imagining,
saying. I was like, wait, really? That's weird.
yeah, there's a lot of white people. So the manager was brown, and I was like, fuck yes, like yes, thank
He's
you.
like me. He's like me.
Period. I feel so seen right now.
Nice.
So we talked, and he was like, oh yeah, come for an interview tomorrow. And I was like really shook because like he literally just like offered it to me like right there, and I was like, okay.
Oh, really?
So that night I was like super scared. I remember like being super nervous. I go in, and they're both managers were Hispanic. And I was like, bet. And I feel like we got that vibe where it's like, you know, like we are the same.
And
you
that
know?
was also your first gig ever, like at any coffee shop, working as a barista or any capacity.
Yeah.
Okay.
At all.
Cool.
I remember I was a what is it called? A server at Lolita's.
Okay.
But we used to serve coffee, like regular drip coffee. It wasn't like
Yeah,
any
like Folgers,
stuff.
Folgers. Put like a bunch of water,
Right.
put very little Folgers. Yes.
Exactly. Like that was the vibe back then, at least. Now it's a little bit more cool over there.
Yeah.
But I think what helped me was the customer service experience from Lolita's, because
Totally.
that was one thing that they really like wanted to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
That, and I remember vividly they asked me if I was family oriented, and I was like, yes.
Nice.
And I think the reason they asked that was because the shop itself was family owned.
Okay.
So it was like a husband and wife, and then like some other brothers and sisters would help out occasionally. So I think that was really important for them. So I got the job like right off the bat. I meet my coworkers, and I'm one of 3 Hispanics, the other 2 being the managers.
Nice.
And that's where I got most of my experience.
What was that place called?
Coffee Wave.
Coffee Waves.
Coffee Waves.
That's
Okay.
cool.
And it's near A&M Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's honestly like less than 5 minutes away.
Okay.
Damn, that's awesome.
My mom
Yeah.
graduated from there like in 2002.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, but that's the
That's
only connection
cool.
I have with Corpus Christi.
The only connection I have to
Yeah.
Corpus Christi is that I was slept on the Lexington. Like
Oh
when-
yeah, me and Gus slept there in the Lexington when we were in middle school for text prep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so quick little side note, we TAMU has this program called Text Prep where it's like a summer like engineering thing or whatever.
Engineering program.
And me and Pancho were in it, and that's actually how we met way back when I was like 12 or 13 or something.
Yeah,
Whoa.
back in like 2007 or 8.
I don't remember, but at the end of the summer, every grade had a trip. So it was like first year, second years, third years, and fourth years. The first years, we all went to the U.S. Lexington, and we stayed the night there. And it was pretty cool because, you know, it's haunted
like
or whatever.
haunted,
So
yeah.
we're like,
Right.
we were rolling around the fucking the thing, you know, hit like eating metal,
Yeah.
things and shit.
Yeah. So I also learned that you used to be a barista for Juju's. Is that correct?
I've been a barista at 2 different places here in
Okay.
Laredo. When I moved back from Corpus in 2018, I was trying to find a job in what I studied because I got my bachelor's and my master's in psych.
Oh, cool.
So I came back here trying to find a job, and I couldn't really find anything. And so the next thing that I knew to like how to do was coffee, because I was in it from 2013 all the way up to 2018.
Nice.
Okay.
So I applied at Organic Man because I think at the time it was the only local coffee shop.
Okay.
Oh,
So I worked there for like a year-ish. And then I started the whole Juju's gig this year. Yeah, in the beginning of this year.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Because that's where Kat used to go and get her stuff. She was
Yes.
like, "Oh yeah, I know Jenny because she would go get her coffee there at Juju's and stuff like that."
Yes, I remember.
So you're telling me that Gloria's Coffee just started this year, like in a pandemic?
A few months ago.
Oh,
Oh wow. Okay.
that's crazy. And you're already getting, before we started recording, you were saying that you're getting interviewed by Texas Monthly already.
Not Texas Monthly per se, but one of the writers got like the gig with Texas Monthly.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
like-
So
Okay.
I get you.
it was kind of
He's like
like, he was
he's like a
trying to
freelance
do
journalist. Type. Okay.
exactly that.
Even though that, despite that, that's still like a really big
Yeah.
accomplishment in such a short time. That's crazy.
Definitely. A lot of things have happened to me recently that I'm like, I feel like this is a sign that I have to keep going. Like, well,
and-
that was one of them.
That's actually a question that I kind of had written down here. Let me see if I can say, what's it called? So yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, at what point after starting Gloria's Coffee did you kind of realize, like, hey, like, I think I got something going here that's really gonna, take off?
I don't even think it was when I started Gloria's, honestly.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna be super honest. I knew I had a chance at something like this when I was leaving Organic Man.
Okay.
And the only reason I say that is because a lot of the people that would come to the shop would come to visit me or would ask for me to make their drinks.
Okay.
Which, I mean, you get it a lot in like bars and at coffee
and
shops. Like, oh, I
restaurants,
want you to make it, like.
Yeah, like, I like the way you make it extra strong, right?
Right. And I would always have people message me afterwards saying like, oh, I really miss your coffee and I really miss your coffee. And it's like, bro, like they're doing the exact same thing. Like, to me, it didn't make sense. But after that, I was like, damn, I think I have a shot. So then 2019 was like the year where I really had to like plan everything out. I made a business plan. I made the menu. And the only thing I was missing was my name, like the actual name of the coffee shop.
Okay.
And it wasn't till I started Juju's that it really hit. I was like, I wanted to name it Latinx something.
Mm-hmm.
Only because it was always going to be a Latin vibe to the coffee shop.
Right.
But then I started realizing like I needed something more personal.
Wait, I'm lagging right now. Are y'all lagging?
No, we're good, Pancho.
I'm good.
Okay.
It's
probably me. Keep going.
Oh yes. So
Something
I
Latinx.
wanted something that like meant something to me as well, like something that I'm proud of. Apart from the fact that it's my own coffee shop, like I wanted something else.
Right.
And that's when it really like hit me. Like I should really name it like something like based with me, like something that represents me in a way. And so I tell the story that my grandma was the one who taught me coffee. Like she taught me how to drink coffee, how to make coffee.
Okay.
And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to call it, like I'm going to name it based on my grandma. And so that's what I did. So that's really how that all started.
Okay.
All because like customers would keep messaging me like, hey, like I miss your coffee. Could you come make me some? And like I'll be like at work doing something completely different from coffee, and they'd be like, oh, like I really miss your coffee. Like I'm sorry.
Wow. So you actually saw Gloria's success before you even started Gloria.
Yeah.
That's cool. That takes a certain level of insight that not a lot of people have, and I think it's very important to starting and creating your own successful business, which is great.
For sure.
So I'm excited.
Yeah, because some people take some like years. They actually try to be successful, but they can't. But for you, it's natural, I guess. Like you saw it. Hey, everybody loves my coffee. Everybody wants to come and get my drinks. Let me make something out of this. I mean, that's really good.
That's awesome.
For sure.
So wait, can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna ask something. It's because my internet's going all wacky.
Okay. Well, yeah, I was gonna ask what's kind of like a regular day like for Gloria's Coffee? Like, you wake up, you open the doors, or how does it work? Your daily operations.
Right now, I'm working from home. This is like my workspace, so I'm in my garage, and that's where I kind of work from.
Me too.
Hey.
Yours actually looks like a restaurant kitchen, or restaurant back room, though.
I think it's like what are they called?
So shelves.
Whatever those are. There you go. Yeah. Everything else, if I were to show you like the front of it, no. It's
There's a car. Nice.
Kind of.
So you're working out of your garage then?
Yes. So usually what happens is that people will order through Instagram DM or through Facebook DM.
Okay.
And they either order like that same day or the night before. Some people order like days in advance, like I want this on Wednesday. And it's like, okay. So depending on how many orders I have, if I don't make them the night before, I make them the morning of. So I'll be here making coffee. I get it all ready, and then I kind of put them on the little boxes that I gave y'all, like the little carry boxes, to-go boxes. I put them all in my truck, and I just go and deliver. Like that's my day. I just go around town delivering coffee.
And that's an everyday thing, or is that like Monday through Friday? How does that work?
It's Monday through Saturday.
Okay.
Monday through Saturday. So
Sundays are my days off.
Every day you got deliveries going on.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
I think recently, ever since the whole Texas Monthly thing and like since I came out on the news, I've been getting a lot of orders.
Wow.
To where I'm out delivering till like 3, 4 in the afternoon. And
Oh.
usually it was like, oh, I'm done at 9, I'm done at 10. Like, it's a chill day. But no, recently it's been a lot of orders,
Wow,
which
that's
is
awesome.
great.
Oh, wow.
But
That's great.
yeah,
And you go and have you ever had to order like outside of Laredo? Or,
I've
you know, like someone's
my
like, hey,
friends
come to
message
Zapata,
me.
come to Hebbronville.
Yes, I've
Say it
had
again?
people message me from Zapata. I've had people from San Antonio. Some of my friends from like, one of my friends is out in Wisconsin. I have some friends out in England, and they're like, "Oh, do you deliver? Like, can you like ship it to me?" And I'm like, "Bro, no, like that's scary to me, especially because like milk is so sensitive. I
Right.
wouldn't want to
Yeah.
like ship something and then it come all ugly. Like, I don't know. I'm not ready for that
Yeah.
just yet."
So right now it's just you then.
Yes.
Just you and making and delivering that same day. Oh my God, that's a
That's crazy.
that's a lot of workload. Dude, what?
It is kind of.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it's not. Like, I mean, I don't think it is, only because it's just like you're just bottling coffee. I kind of don't like that as much as like making coffee like espresso based.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
So
Because right now it's just iced coffee.
So what's most of your sales right now? Like what are the highest
The
selling
most
products?
popular, drinks that you have.
Well, right now my menu's pretty short for the same reasons that like it's only me and I only have a few like ingredients around me.
Yeah.
So out of the 5 things I offer, the most popular is the café de olla
Mm-hmm.
and the matcha latte, which I don't think I gave y'all.
Matcha latte, no.
No, we have that one right now. The Café
Café
de
de olla.
Olla. It's right
And
here.
Mhm.
I'm about to actually try the pitaya lemonade. What's it called?
Mhm.
When I showed my mom that you dropped off the drinks, she fell in love with the pitaya lemonade because she, as a child, she used to really like eating the pitaya fruit from the cactus and stuff.
Ooh,
So hopefully we can order some more from this one. But let me
that would be awesome. Taste test.
Yeah, and I really
my
like the
God, that's
Cajeta cold brew.
Oh yes, that one's fire.
Yeah. You know, like I spoke about it before in our podcast that I
And
like
it's
my
delicious.
cold brew and my coffee black, but actually like I really enjoy this,
Which is that
That's
one, Pacho?
good.
the Cajeta cold brew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I don't like any milk or sugar in my stuff, but maybe I
Mhm.
might consider start doing that because this
Oh,
is
look
pretty
at
good.
you.
No, I'm pretty sure my parents and my sisters are gonna start drinking the coffees that you dropped off for us. But this lemonade is so refreshing. I love it so much. Oh my God,
Thank you.
this is great.
Yeah, just make like
I've never had pitaya before in my life, so
I mean,
What?
I
has
never had
anybody consider has anybody called you for like a platter to do
a platter.
What do you
or
mean?
get me like make a bunch for like an office?
Like catering and
Like
Or like
no
a
one
big
has
bulk
anybody
order,
come,
I guess.
hey, I'm gonna throw a party. Let's make a huge bucket of pitaya lemonade.
well, no,
I
but
can't.
I've had offices order like 20 and like 20 of like the big ones. So those are the minis. I have
Okay.
like the bigger bottles and they'll ask like, oh yeah, like I want one for everybody in the office. So can you make me like 20, 25? And I'm like, whoa, okay.
Nice. I
Yeah.
can definitely see this lemonade mixed in with some tamarindo vodka, and that would be a really good drink.
Hold up. We tried that yesterday.
Oh, really? How'd that go?
It's fucking good.
Oh,
Highly
yes.
recommend.
Nice, dude.
So
Oh my
good.
God, that's hilarious. This is gonna be my new favorite mixer in that case. Oh my God.
You know who actually really likes the lemonade? Jaime from Barnido.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God. I can see a deal working up where you're the supplier for that.
And he had mentioned something, and I was like, I'm here. I'm ready.
I'll definitely. I'm sure Jaime's gonna see this episode soon. He's a fan of the. Oh, Bunch roaming in and out.
Okay, I'm back.
Jaime's a fan of the podcast or whatever. We did an episode at Nido, which is a blast, and he wants us back there soon. Hopefully, once we all get test positive, and I mean, no, not positive. Hopefully we all test negative. Yeah, negative. Then we can probably do a show there, and I'll definitely mention to Jaime that this with tamarindo vodka is a fucking drink, and
It's fire.
it'd be sick if we can make something happen because that'd be amazing.
Yes, that's awesome. We tried it. I had an event last night at Frontera Beer Garden.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And one of my best friends, who actually was the one who designed the logo, he had some tamarindo vodka, and he was like, "Hey, I want to mix it with the lemonade." Like that was the whole goal of last night.
Uh-huh.
And so we did it, and it was really good. It kind of tastes like the Mexican candy shop, but a little more fruity,
Yeah.
Okay.
like that.
That's amazing. What's it called? Well, I don't know how much you can disclose on your production process or whatever.
Yeah.
But give us a little bit of information about how you actually go about making this coffee or making this lemonade. Whatever you feel comfortable disclosing. I know it's
Yeah,
a
whatever you feel comfortable talking about.
I mean, I really don't care. I'm not the type of person who like likes to like hide their recipes and stuff, because I think one of the things, or one of my goals with Gloria's, is to teach people about coffee and how to make it at home. Because that's one thing that like I always found that was lacking here. Because whenever we talk about coffee, they think of Starbucks.
Yeah.
And to them, like, it's like Starbucks is like the top of the hierarchy for coffee. And it's really not. Like, it's very basic, it's very mainstream. So with that, I'm not really afraid of teaching people how to make cold brew or pour over, French press, et cetera, et cetera. With the café de olla, that's probably my child. For me, it's like the best thing that I've ever made to this point, because at least for now. Only because it was kind of like an experiment. So one of my customers actually asked me for an iced café de olla. And café de olla is traditionally served hot.
Okay.
And I was like, I want to make this into a cold brew, but I don't know how. And so I have this thing. Let me show you. I think I might have the baby one.
Oh, wow. So café de olla is like you're making it in a pot, I'm assuming?
Let me show you. So cold brew is usually made in something like this.
Okay.
Now I'm doing it in like the 5-gallon ones, because I have a lot of orders, but I used to start with something like this. So this probably makes maybe like 8 16-ounce bottles ish.
Okay.
So usually with cold brew, you just do like coarse grind coffee, water, and you let it rest for like 12 to 24 hours, and it's ready. Right. And even has like, it has your filter to where like it doesn't come out.
I had no idea.
And it filters the coffee with the water. So the café de olla is technically the same thing, only that you add the café de olla ingredients. So it has piloncillo, which is very popular in Mexican culture, which is like natural cane sugar. And cinnamon.
Okay.
And the reason I was really afraid of making it was because piloncillo is like hard. Like, let me see. I have one here.
Yeah, I feel like my parents will totally know what the hell. Oh, yes, I've seen that before. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And it's like hard.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, I've seen that like a variety meats or something like that. I think they have them.
Yeah. It's basically brown sugar in like a stick version or cone version of it.
So like, do you melt it in or dissolve that?
No, I just put it in there.
Oh. And it like diffuses.
Dissolve in the actual cold water, because it's cold, you know. Like in my head it was like, no, it's not a thing. But I did it anyway as like an experiment. Did it the following day. I like checked it, and I removed the filter or whatever, did the whole thing, and I tried it, and I was like, whoa, that's cool.
I have something.
Holy shit, it worked.
Captured lightning in a bottle there.
Yeah.
Literally. And that's literally the beginning of Gloria. It's like, that was it.
Wow. Okay. That's awesome. Do you plan on expanding your menu soon, or like maybe getting on some extra hands to help in order to do that?
So my plan is to open like a coffee trailer.
Coffee trailer. Okay.
Yes. So recently I received a grant from Seattle Coffee Gear.
Okay. So we were going to ask you that. We saw that it was like $5,000, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm not someone who's like has a lot of money. I barely even have enough to like pay for my ingredients and stuff. So when that money came in, I was like, holy shit, like I think I'm gonna like have to expand it in a little bit, and like in a way, right? Because my goal is to have multiple shops in Laredo. Like I want Gloria's to be the place where like people look at it on Instagram and are like, let's go there. Like on a weekend, let's just go.
Like when people come to Laredo, you know how like you go out of town and you're like, I want to visit this place. When people come to Laredo, like, hey, I want to go to Gloria's Coffee. I get, that's something cool.
Kind of like Joe's Coffee in Austin with like the I love you so much.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I've always wanted to know what that was.
It's a coffee shop.
I don't know if you've ever been in New Orleans, like Café du Monde, like that's the big thing in New Orleans. So
that's a staple.
Yeah, exactly. So it would be it would be amazing to see Gloria's become a staple of Laredo and have that be like our namesake.
Definitely. That's like one of my goals. One of my other goals was to be on the Me Too page.
And Jenny, I have another question.
Yeah.
Okay, I have another question. So this kind of goes into like what you're talking about. So me, I'm a guy that I'm super into like the nationally chained coffees like Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts. But there's a trend where people are ditching those companies and going towards more locally owned businesses. Why is that?
Oh, yeah, what do you think that is?
Why is that? Is it better? You know, because I'm a Starbucks guy. Like I live near a Starbucks. I just go get the Starbucks. But people are like, hey, no, go to this place. You know, why is that? Like, what's I guess what attracts local business coffee so much?
I think there's a couple of elements to that. Like, I don't think it's just one thing.
Okay.
One of them that I notice a lot is customer service.
Okay.
Because when you go to a local shop, you're able to talk to the barista. Maybe the owner's probably there, and you get to meet the owner. I think it's like a different type of like vibe. Like the environment itself is different, and it's original. You know, like those are things you can't find at a local Starbucks or a Dunkin' Donuts. Like for example, if you go to Organic Man and you ask for a Cuban latte, you can't find that at Starbucks. You know, like there's different flavors, different things that make it original in a way.
Personalized, I guess. Like everybody can add their own little flavors to their thing.
Exactly.
So I want to kind of piggyback off of that. Do you feel a sense of like competition or rivalry between these other local shops? Like, I don't know, maybe like Doses or
because the coffee scene in Laredo is skyrocketing right now. And you're one of the people that are leading the way. But then you're like, hey, there's competition left and right. You're like, how are you taking that?
I don't see them as competition. I think if anything, we're all striving for the same thing, you know, like
that's good.
We're all literally grinding, not just coffee, but like literally grinding.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that, like, for example, I worked on Organic Man, so I kind of know how they work. So in a way, it's like, thank you. Like, you gave me a lot of things that I probably wouldn't have been able to do, you know, like Organic Man was the first place where I got to know a lot of people. And a lot of my following I met through there. So I couldn't have gotten that without them.
True.
And Doses is like the first roaster in Laredo. That's fucking cool. Like,
yeah.
Oh, that's
in Corpus.
They roast their own coffee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't know that?
I'm not a coffee guy. I don't know what.
Right.
Yeah, they sell their bags and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know like what it actually means. You know, so Doses is roasting their coffee or whatever, but you're more of a cold brew, establishment. And Organic Man is also a cold brew kind of thing, or is that a little bit different?
I think they roast their beans now too.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yes, I think they did so because they sold their own bags and stuff. I see.
Right.
I've been there one time.
Which I think is super cool. Like I never had any, I guess like schooling in that. But no one ever taught me how to roast your own beans. But I always thought that was fucking badass. Like I remember when I was a barista.
Do you plan on doing that for your coffee in the future?
I don't know. I mean, I've talked about it with some people, and they're like, "Yeah, you should totally do it." But I feel uneducated in that sense.
Okay.
And I don't want to go into something without feeling like 100% about it, you know? So I think if anything, I might have to like experiment with it alone and then possibly, but that would be like years from now. Like I don't see that happening maybe until like 5-10 years.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
To answer your
question, I don't feel the competition. I feel like for me, it's more of like, hell yeah, like we're all doing it here.
More like a brotherhood kind of thing or something.
Y'all are setting the culture in Laredo. I guess that's what we try to do when we created the podcast. And I guess that's what y'all are also trying to do, creating a coffee culture in Laredo. I like that.
Yeah, we're trying to make Laredo a better place for us to live, you know? Like, I'm tired of people saying, like, oh, I hate Laredo, or let's go somewhere else because I'm tired of being here. Like, no, dude, like, we can make it cool here too, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I've always said, the people that say, like, oh, fuck Laredo sucks, I'm going to San Antonio or whatever, like, dude, you're not helping the cause, like, if Laredo sucks, then, and you really like Laredo, then try to make it better, right?
Exactly. And to be fair, like I'm gonna be honest, I was like that. That's why I moved to Corpus because I was like, fuck Laredo, I hate it here.
Oh, okay.
And then the one of the many that came back.
Right.
And I like chose to make it better, just like not just for me, but for everyone else.
Yeah.
Well, it's because there's nothing wrong with leaving in order to better yourself, so then you can better your town. You know, that's
For
definitely
sure.
something that people are only doing the first half. They're just
Yeah.
leaving and looking out for themselves. Which
And they don't look back.
I can't blame them. Getting your own thing, like go for it. That's your thing to do. But
For
also,
sure.
but if you're gonna be doing that, then don't complain about the town that you were in.
And that's what you did. You learn a skill outside, because I mean, it all started with that coffee shop there in Corpus Christi, and guess what? Now you created this coffee business here in Laredo, and now you have people bothering you at 2 a.m. Hey, come! I need your coffee right now.
Literally, and I mean, I hope to train people like to love coffee the way I do, and to be able to like give that to someone else. I think that would be awesome.
Nice. Yeah. Well, I mean, your first guys right here. I've never had,
Well,
if you can make me like coffee, I'm pretty sure you can make anyone.
And if you can make me like coffee with milk, I mean, you can make a lot of other.
That's true.
I am a coffee snob. I'm that type of guy who's like, ew, why would you put milk and cream on your?
Yeah. I'm the same way. I drink black coffee too, but one of my goals was to do like a coffee that represents me and my culture.
Okay.
That was a big thing for me, especially because if you go anywhere, you go to San Antonio, you go to Austin, Dallas, they're all like coffee shops that are very mainstream. Mm-hmm. They all have like the more basic things. Right. Now and then you see like the signature cool drink, but it's not really me, if that makes sense. Like I'm very like Mexican, I'm very Latina, and I want flavors like those. And another thing I've noticed is that most coffee shops are run by boys, like men.
Okay.
A lot of them, and mostly white men. And I'm like, no, dude, like girls and Hispanics and Americans can do the same thing, and even better, because coffee grows in Latin America.
It is. Yeah, sure. It most definitely does.
For sure.
So I guess one last question to kind of, round this off. Gloria, Jenny, do you get high off your own supply?
Yeah.
Nice. That's the best answer I could hear.
Sometimes though, like I'll want something, but I run out and I'm like, shoot, like I'm really for like not drinking it for myself because I'm selling it. Like that's wild.
Okay. You're like, hey, I totally run a coffee shop. Let me go to the garage real quick.
And that's good because then you're like, oh, I have all this. That's good. Oh, I have all this coffee to drink for myself. That means I'm not doing that good, but yeah, you're short, so that means that you're doing really well for yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll do the occasional like doses run because I'm like, well, I want coffee, but I don't want to make it myself. Like I'll have those days as well.
Nice.
But every now and then I enjoy café though. Yeah.
Sweet. Well, Jenny, do you want to plug anything before we leave? Before anything you want to say, last minute kind of, statements or wishes or whatever you want to say. The floor is.
Something you want people to know. Something else you want people to know.
I don't know. Just follow the Gloria's page. We're already at 1,500 followers.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Okay, so what's the exact name on Instagram so you can plug that in there?
At Gloria's Coffee Bar on Instagram, and you can find us on Facebook at Gloria's Coffee Bar as well.
Awesome. Gloria's Coffee Bar, Instagram and Facebook. You guys, you heard it here first.
Yes.
Thank you, Jenny Cantu.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty. I'm going to stop the recording in like right now.